Hello, my name is Scott DeLong, CEO of CRSI. I've been with CRSI since 1999 in various roles, regional accountant, controller, CFO, and now as president and CEO. I came to CRSI after spending multiple years within the CPA tax field in Columbus, Ohio. I was really tired of the day-to-day grind, passing myself with no real meaning every day. Quite honestly, it's been one of the greatest things that I've ever done. We actually serve some of the individuals that I grew up with in several of our ICFs, and it's been rewarding to see those parents and also those peers of mine that are close to the same age, and it provides meaning every day as to why I'm here. As a DSP at CRSI, we want to pride ourselves in that not only do you make a difference in the individual's life, we want to make a difference in your life. We want to make sure that we're treating you right, taking care of you, and we expect you to take care of the individuals that we serve. Every day someone needs you. The meaning that is granted to a DSP is significant and of value, and quite honestly, it's why I'm still here today, 21 years later. The attitude or reception that you receive from someone when you walk in the door and what you mean to them carries anything more than what we can pay you. We know that the job we're asking you to do as a DSP is significantly deserving of higher wages than what we offer or what the system offers. But we hope that we can make it a meaningful job by the way that we engage with you, what we offer you outside of that as far as flexibility, treatment, the reward from the individuals that we serve. But again, the pay we know should be significantly higher, and we advocate every day for higher wages for our DSPs, and we hope that you give us an opportunity to prove that this is a meaningful job. And then your first day on the job, you'll be trained, additional training from your training you're receiving here today. But when you go into the home and you meet the individual that you'll be working with for the very first time, you're starting the bond of a relationship that'll go on forever. Those individuals that we serve are dedicated, committed to us, and care more than what you will know in the beginning. Relationship will be built that daily. You'll want to go serve the individual. If you're having a rough day, you'll look forward to going to see that individual because they will mean as much to you as you mean to them. The engagement, the activities, the structure of which we provide services, it's a piece of family. It's another part of your extended family. And we hope that that's the way you look at it, and that's the way we want it to play out, because when that occurs, magical things happen for the individual as well for yourself. As you complete the training that you're going to go through the next couple of days, and then as you roll into the homes that you'll be working in, just want to make sure that you understand that we have resources at CRSI that will allow you to reach out, whether it's your managers, your local administrative staff, clear up to my office. My door is always open, my email, my phone. Always want to make sure staff feel adequately prepared to make a difference, because that's what we want to do every day, is make a difference in those individuals' lives that we serve. And if you're feeling in a situation that behaviors may be more than what you signed up for, we have other locations that we can move you to. Just don't leave, because we feel that once you give us an opportunity, 30, 60, 90 days, you'll feel that this is a valuable job and you'll want to stay. Reach out to HR, reach out to myself, regional administrators. All of us are resources that we hope that you would reach out to us if there's any concern or you feel that you didn't receive the training that you needed up front necessary to perform your job. As you go through your training, you're going to hear some words such as trauma-informed care, relationships. One thing that we know is that we may not always have the magic fit up front when we place you into an open shift or an open location. Whether it's your own personal issues or concerns with certain tendencies or behaviors, or dealing with possibly incontinence issues. And if that's something that you're not wanting to do with the size that CRSI is, we have the ability to place you into different homes. So instead of just leaving CRSI or deciding this job's not for you, give us an opportunity to place you into a setting where a relationship can occur naturally, organically. You develop and build a relationship with the individual you serve because you have like interests or like relationships that can be built out of placement in the right location. Within our DSP world, we actually have various shifts, hours, and even what you consider day shift in one home may be a different set of hours in another home. We have a lot of single moms who have children and that can work evenings or work early mornings and not during the day, or actually need to be home by 3 p.m. because the kids are getting out of school. Shifts are flexible. Just make sure you communicate with your regional administrator or your home manager assigned to that location. And if something were to change and, hey, I need to work overnights or work an early evening, We always have opportunities at other locations for those flexible hours to work with your schedule. Family is important. At times it may seem that this is overwhelming right now with the staffing crisis, but we will work with you as much as possible to make sure that you're able to do what you need to do as well as take care of those that we serve. A lot of our mid-management, upper management started as a DSP or a DSM within the regions, and over time just built their knowledge base and their expectations of themselves and what they want to do for the individuals we serve. It is a career. It's an opportunity. We will always have someone to serve. A lot of the individuals, like I said earlier, I grew up with. So, as they age, we age, and we want to keep taking care of those individuals along the way. And for that to occur, we need to see new DSMs, program specialists, accounting staff, nurses. We have staff that have taken advantage of our college education fund that we offer after you've been here for 2 years. That's an opportunity for LPNs or RN educational services and come back and serve at a different capacity and make some additional dollars. At CRSI, our culture, we actually have been working strategically over the last several years to develop a relationship with our DSPs and quite honestly all levels of staff. As a matter of fact, several years ago, we modified our core values and mission statement based off the input of DSPs and DSMs and what does CRSI mean to them and what do we mean to the individuals that we serve. And I think at times we can get hung up on what our role is to serve the individuals, but at the same time, I've decided that we need to serve you, our employee, our DSP. So we've really worked on developing a culture of engagement of all levels of staff, input from all levels of staff. And quite honestly, we want to know what we're not doing right and what we can do to improve is how we take care of you and how we treat you. But we want to make sure we value you as an employee and we put your priorities just as important as ours. That individual being taken care of is important, and we feel that if we're taking care of you, you're going to do a better job of taking care of the individual. We know the job can be you can be isolated at your job as a DSP out in a rural community, basically 2 or 3 staff sharing the setting and working one individual to 2 or 3 individuals that we serve. We have your back. We may not always be there in presence in person, but know that we are always doing the best that we can do to make sure that we accommodate you as a DSP and what you mean to CRSI. When we do staff surveys or we do appreciations, please understand that those are legitimate and those are coming from the heart. We want your input. We're not just putting it out there. We take your input. We will use it to make agency changes, direction on future development. And quite honestly, our strategic plan at this time is a lot of input from DSPs in our last survey that we put out there. So don't take those as they're just wanting my piece of paper. CRSI actually wants your input and your ideas because we know that you working out in the field is why we're here today. As a DSP at CRSI, we want to make sure that you understand as we go through the training the next several days and you reach the home, we want to set a standard of expectation. And that expectation is that you treat the individual with respect, dignity, you listen, empower them to live the most beneficial life that they can learn to live based off your input and your assistance. Quality of care is of the utmost importance at CRSI. We want to make sure that the individual we serve is taken care of. You will be the one that determines whether that individual has a successful life or has a challenging life. Your assistance, your guidance, your support, your attitude, your demeanor when you walk in the door, all of those things matter. Those are the things that make a difference on how that individual's life is lived out. Without you, it's going to be a challenge. The success of the individual that we serve is based on how you approach your task. Whether or not it's quality or it's poor will be the impact on the individual that we serve every day. Here at CRSI, we, as I said earlier, we develop core values, mission based on input from direct care staff as well as management staff. But we live these every day. Every decision that we make is based upon our core values. I want to review those and set some expectations, so they're not just a word, but what that word means to us at CRSI. In all our work and interactions, we aim to put these values into action. Positivity. We are optimistic while caring for people and focus on the glass being half full. Respect. We practice active listening and engage in honest feedback and interactions. We acknowledge positive behaviors and recognize the contributions of others. Empowerment. We give people tools to be successful and encourage decision making in order to gain confidence. We offer an open door policy which allows for constructive solutions that we find together as a team. Teamwork. We are open-minded to all input and other viewpoints and are willing to collaborate and compromise to support decisions that are made. We stay mission focused by remaining mindful of our priority to lead quality services to the individuals that we take care of. Ownership. We have an authentic desire to take action that allows CRSI staff and consumers to succeed in their goals. We have a bias toward action and follow through until completion. I realize that I am accountable for my actions and how my actions impact how CRSI is perceived. I know I have a voice in the direction we move. At completion of your training, I hope that you feel as a valued employee at CRSI and hope that we have a long-term standing relationship. As CEO at CRSI, I want to ensure that you have an opportunity to voice your concerns. Anything that we can do to make your job lasting and rewarding, I want to make sure that happens at CRSI. Welcome aboard and thank you for joining the CRSI family.